Hello knitters, Faye Lynn from Strands Knitting Studio in San Clemente, California, and I'm going to talk about Valentine's. Stay tuned. This Saturday and Sunday I have classes. So just this Saturday. This Saturday I have the sweater class. So the sweater class is all about getting your sweater started correctly or continuation of working on a sweater you might already be working on. Again, you will need to come with a swatch. So you're going to cast on 30 stitches. I don't care what you're using, just cast on 30 stitches, and you're going to knit a row, purl a row until it's at least 3 inches long. 4 inches is better, but 3 inches we can manage. Okay, so you got to come to class with that so I can get the math off of it. The second thing you're coming to class with is a garment that fits the way you want your sweater to fit. The cardigan, it can be a t-shirt, it doesn't have to be a sweater. It can be a t-shirt, it can be a shirt, it can be a cardigan, it can be lots of things, but it's fitting you. It's the right width, it's as wide as you want it, you know, how big do you want it off your body. And then we have a length. The length we can get off of it, but we could also just get the length. The really important part is the width. So you want the width to fit exactly the way you want it to fit. So again, with ease is how much, the sweater measures this, your body measures this, how many inches between your body and the sweater. All right, so if your body, that's just easy math, 30 inches at the hips, the sweater is 36 inches, you have 6 inches of ease. Okay, you're gonna have 3 over here and 3 over here. Now, what does that look like? Like nobody knows, like you don't know until you put it on. What is that? Oh, that's too much ease. I don't want that much ease. So then that's why we get a garment, so that we know that that's how you want it to fit. And we've got real numbers to measure from, and we don't have to do the whole guessing game. So those are the 2 really important things. Make sure you have your pattern with you, and yeah, and it's printed out unless you're using an app to use it, because we've got to mark up the pattern. So I'm going to show you how to get the pattern ready. Then we're going to do the math so we know, make sure what size we're making, and if we have to adjust that at all, like we have to tweak sizing, you know, from the pattern. And yeah, and then you'll get yourself started and you're on your way. And then the only other thing that's really important, unless you want to just come see me a lot, which I like that, is that you try it on as you go. So especially if it's top down, you can go pretty, you know, until you get to where you're about to split out your sleeves, you go ahead and do it, but you try it on before you split out the sleeves, make sure it's fitting correctly. If it's pieces or if it's bottom up, you can do the same thing. You're going to knit up to where your armholes are, and then so you can put that on and see if it's fitting around your hips correctly. But most of all, you can lay it against the shirt that we just measured and see if it's matching the shirt. So those are the things. But that's the other really important thing to do, is try it as you go. Don't just assume it's all working out and nothing's changing. Don't do that. and also if you try it on as you go, you know it's working, and so you don't have to worry, God, is this gonna fit? It looks really big or it looks really small. I don't know, but I'm just gonna keep knitting. You don't want to be in that space to knit it. It's no fun being in a space of, is this gonna work? So take time to measure it out as you're going and make sure it's working. Or do we need to, you know, add a few stitches or take away a few stitches to make it, you know, a little bit, whatever. And yeah, so that's what the sweater class is about. I'm going to do this monthly, and I'm going to change the days around a little bit, so it's not like it's the same day every month, because some people can't make that day ever. And so it'll shift around a little bit every month, just to make sure a lot of people can make it. And then of course you can always come to a workshop. You can always come to a workshop. So this Saturday from 12 to 2 is the sweater class. Okay, next Sunday is the knitting 911, how to fix your knitting. So you're just coming to class, you don't have to have any prep. I have swatches all knitted up, ready to go for you to practice on. And you're gonna learn to pick up stitches, you're gonna learn how to untink your knitting, you're gonna learn how to pull it out and put it back, you're going to learn some seaming stuff, you're gonna learn weaving in ends, and there's more things on the list. I don't remember all the things, but you're gonna learn a lot of different things about knitting, like all the questions I get asked all the time. This class gets asked, I need to learn how to fix my knitting. Here it is. This is the class. So now, if you're an absolute brand new knitter, like you've only been knitting a few weeks, you're not ready to take this class, so don't take this class. You need to have been doing it for a bit before your mind can even wrap it around. If you're very, very beginning, most of what I'm going to show you do, you're just going to go glazed over. So, but anybody who's been knitting a few months and up, and you want to learn more about fixing, and I'm guaranteed you'll probably learn something about fixing or knitting or something that you didn't know. So that class is Sunday the 19th. So that's next Sunday, a week from this Sunday. Sunday the 19th. Sunday the 19th is 10 to 12. And then I'm going to talk about Valentine's. I know Valentine's just sneaks up. So we just came up with, well, I didn't come up, but this pattern just showed up. How adorable is this, right? Okay, this is a bubble stitch. And a bubble stitch is, we have it in our blanket class. It's one of the squares is a bubble stitch, and it's everybody's favorite one to do because it's really fun to do and it's really cute what happens, and everybody loves the bubble stitch. So this is the bubble stitch. This is just one side. I have to make the other side. So I did this in an evening. So if I'm doing this in an evening, maybe 2 to 3 hours, that means 6 hours. You'll just double my hours. Let's say it will take you 6 hours for one side and 6 hours for the other side. So it's relatively fast. All right. Now, and I'm pretty sure, well, I know for sure you can get 2 pillows out of the Yusha. So we're using Yusha and these colors, and I'm on an 8. I actually think I would put that you could easily put this on a 9, which would also make the yarn go a little bit further, and it would be obviously a little bit bigger than this, but I mean, there's no wrong size. This is a great size. Or you could also, we were going to do it with Chow, which is a DK weight, and you would go down to probably a size 6 or 7, and it would be smaller than this. And you could, yeah. So, and it's no matter what size and what needles you're on, it's the same number of stitches. So even if you're on a size 6 needle, you're doing the same stitches that this one did. So it's not like you have to knit more stitches because it's a smaller needle, because you're just making a smaller heart. So it's the same number of stitches no matter what needle you're on. So don't get the idea, I don't want to be on a 6, it'll take me forever. It's the same number of stitches. It doesn't matter. So, yes, so then, yeah. So this class, so it's going to be a pillow, so I got to make the back the other side, and then I'll be stuffing it and everything. So this class is going to be on Saturday the 25th, from 12 to 2. And as I said, you've got a little leeway in this. Like I would also go up. The reason I'd go up a needle size is I think it's really close to possibly getting 3 out of these 3 skeins. It's possible, but if you go up needle size, it uses less yarn. So it'll be just not quite as dense, but I think it'd still be fine for this. And you might get that 3rd one out, but I don't know for sure because I haven't done it. I know that this weighs 44 grams. 44 grams, they're 100-gram skeins. I have 3 100-gram skeins. Obviously, this dark color, I barely used it all. So if you changed around the striping, now this dark color becomes the white color or something. And, you know, and you change it now you probably, and then, I think you might be able to do one more. So we'll just play with it. But I know for sure you can get 2 pillows. You can get 2 pillows out of 3 skeins of Yusha. And then also Chow would be a really good option. And you could double it if you wanted to, or leave it like it is, and it'd just probably be a pillow that's like about this big, is my guess. It'd be like about this big. So that class, heart class. Oh, and then the other thing. So we did this pillow last year, the Nora Heart pillow, which is a classic pillow. Totally classic pillow. And this is intarsia. So intarsia is where you have a shape in the middle here. So you have a shape in the middle. And so you're knitting with your green, you change to your heart, you pick up the new strand of green, and these are squares, and you're going to sew together the squares. So they turn out beautiful. They're just really, really beautiful. If you would like to do that class in the pillow class, the Valentine's, probably call it the Valentine pillow class, then you can do that pillow too. But I did teach it last year, so I don't want to just teach that one. I want something new. But that is a stunning pillow, and it's fun to do, and you're using Noro, and it's just a lovely, lovely, yeah. And if you do it in colors, you can have it up all year round. It's not necessarily a Valentine's, it's just a heart pillow. So that's also an option for the pillow class. Okay, and the last class I'm going to talk about is the blanket class. So the blanket class starts on the 26th, so we have a couple weeks still. You can still get in here. I have one spot left. And so somebody else can join us. If you want more information about this, I'm going to put the video about the pillow class at the end. After the credits, there'll be the blanket class, the blanket class video. So if you need more information, it'll be there. I'm not gonna go through it all right now. But so that starts the 26th. So you will need chow is what we use. 5 skeins of 3 colors and an accent color and a skein for your borders and stuff like that, getting it together. And yeah, so if you need more information, it's at the end of the video. So that's it for today, and I'm going to remember to say goodbye to you today. So that's it for today, and I hope to see you in the studio real soon. Bye. Blanket first. It is a year-long class where you do 2 blocks a month, and the blocks are all very different. You learn a ton of stitches. You learn lace, you learn cables, you learn texture stitches, fair isle, and striping, and all sorts of really cool stuff. And you also learn a lot about pattern reading. You'll get pattern reading sort of down and understand what things, you know, when this happens, what are they trying to tell you to do. Here's the blanket. This is 16 of the 20 squares. So there's 16 of the 20 squares, and as you can see, it's lots of different stitches. Tons of different stitches you learn. Bobbles are in here, laces in here, fair isles in here, striping's in here. The bubble stitch is everybody's favorite. That one's in there. Yeah. So it's been an amazing class for people. So this, I think, is my 6th year, 7th group, because I took in a group at the middle of last year. We started another blanket class. I think this is actually like the 7th group going through. So what we have learned from that is that no matter how much you've knitted and how good a knitter you are, or how beginning of a knitter you are, this class just takes everything to a new level. Especially if you're a beginning knitter, man, you learn so much and you're so much more confident in taking things out, how to deal with that, reading patterns and all those kinds of things. Then it's like the fastest way to really get your knitting up to a new level, no matter what level you're on. Even my experienced knitters always go, man, I still learned so much in this class. So it really is fun for everybody. It meets once a month, the 4th Sunday of each month from 10 to 12. So it's one Sunday a month, and you will do 2 blocks. And then you'll go home with the cast on for the next 2 blocks and what, you know, pictures of what they're going to look like, and they'll cast on for the next 2 blocks, and so that when you come to class, you're done, you're ready to go into the block itself, and you're not having to cast it on and do 5 rows of seam stitch. So that's how we work the pattern, how we work the class. And yeah, so chow, we use chow, which is a fabulous, well-wearing, washable, dryable merino wool. But it's super, you can put in the washer and the dryer, and it's perfect. And it comes in lots and lots of colors. So you'll need 5 skeins of 3 colors, plus 1 extra color, 1 extra that's sort of an accent color that you're going to put into a couple of the other blocks. And so yeah, so 5 of 3 colors. And then you may want to go ahead and get one more of these, depending on which one you think you're going to use for like the border and stuff, like getting it sewn together and doing the border. We do a crochet rows together, and we crochet the border, but it's a knitter's crochet. So if you've never crocheted, don't worry about it. I'm going to have you keeping the yarn in your right hand like normal, and it's really not that big a deal. So that's what's coming up. So call us, email us at the end. I'll put in, if you're on YouTube, I'll put the links down here. If you're on the emailer, then our emails are down at the bottom. So email me and let me know, and then what we'll do is you'll come in and we will order the yarn for you. So you'll be able to pick the colors, and then we'll place an order to have it come in. That way we always have the colors to pick from and they don't want, oh, we don't have that color right now. So and then we place the order, and you'll prepay the order, and then you'll get your yarn and be able to be on your way. So that's how we handle the very beginning of this class. So this is really like a heritage blanket. Like after a year of doing this, you've done a lot. Some people do it for a gift, like especially some daughters and sons or whatever. But make sure you're gifting it that it's really gifted to somebody who's worthy of it, because this has been a year-long process. It's not that, you know, it's sort of a big deal, but it's also a heritage. So, I mean, it's going to be around forever, and you're going to love it forever, and that's the way that goes. So I've got, coming up right here, I'm going to have some people talking about their experiences in the class. I have like 4 or 5 people talking about how much fun they had and how much they learned and all that kind of good stuff, to try to get you to go, yes, you can do this. Anybody can do this. It's beginning. It's for beginners. Beginners can do it. And here's the other thing. You're going to probably miss a class. You might miss 2 classes. You know, life happens, vacations happen. You just come to any workshop and you can make up the blocks, or you might be able to just figure them out on your own because you'll get the pattern. And then, but anyways, you just come to a workshop to make them up. But you're gonna miss a class. That's just the way it goes. So don't go, oh no, what happens? It's all okay. It's all okay. And yeah, it all works out. So that's what's happening with the blanket. So let us know if you're interested. It does have a close-off amount to people, so don't wait too long to to tell us that you want to be in the class. And yeah, I'll see you in January. It'll be to you.
See me?
Okay.
Well, I took the blanket class this year, and it was awesome. Thank you, Phelan, and thank you from all the ladies that were in class with me. We had a great time. I learned how to do color work. Never done color work before, and I learned how to do some cable and all these interesting designs. So I encourage anybody to take the class because it's a lot of fun and you learn a lot.
Okay, now. Okay, I've had so much fun. I've met all these lovely people. I've learned how to do baubles. Make an owl, like, what was that one where you'd go down below and then, okay. That was fun, and I've learned patience. But overall, it's been the best. Thank you.
Okay.
We're in the middle of sewing these together. These are 4 of my top row of my new blanket. It's been a wonderful, wonderful year. This is the, 11th month already. And we've learned 2 new ways to knit our new stitches, and it's been a glorious, really fun time. So thanks, Helen.